We're live. Um, hey, Jeff. Oh, I got to slow down. I'm on a back highway that I'm not sure I've ever been on before. School bus. But I have to be on it for 58 miles, so I'm going to do a live. Let me just look at Railtown. I don't think anything's going on. It's 48. It's 48 cents. 47.89 to 49.7. I show only 3,000 shares volume, which has to be wrong. The last trade I show is 48 cents. And other stocks, Fingers down 8.5 cents at 152. Nixie's up a penny and a half at 183. MTEN is down 47 cents at 422. And G Bucks is under 20 cents at 19 cents, 19.65. Um, I want to make sure I'm live. Yesterday, I am live. All right. Yesterday, I did a live show. I talked to you all for at least 3 hours and 45 minutes, 4 hours, and I wasn't ever live. just to show, just to show what an idiot I am. And I tell you, I think I'm in the Maryland part of DC. I'm a little confused where I'm on 301. So I think that is Maryland. Um, and years ago, I brought a company public. It's a long story because it was a long process, and it was fun. I was young. Anyway, we visited it out here, and there was none of this. It's all developed now. It's all developed. Incredible. It's all based on inexpensive gasoline. And over the next 5 years, maybe less, all of us have to start adjusting our thinking for when gasoline is not $2.99, but it's $29.99. Anyway, uh, Jack, comment, show on stage. Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to go back and forth on these comments, putting them on stage. I can't do it. It's going to be too risky. Gasoline, 274. 274 a gallon. And people hate Trump. There's a copper cleverly disguised as a Mustang. All right, so there's Pepsi Cola bottling. Wow. All this is going on. And I never knew it. Um, I don't remember everything I was talking about yesterday. And I can't use I can't really read anything, and I can't really use my media. But I think I can go through some of the points I was making. Let's see. If I remove this comment, will it come off stage? All right. So there, I only have. Oh, I have some more. Okay, I have some more comments. They're hard to read. They're very small. I am on the road. Roadhouse. Roadhouse. There's the Deluxe Inn. Wow, it sure does look deluxe. It's all in pink. Ford Motor Dealer, Ford dealership. Charles County. That's it. That's where they were. Best Western. Amazing how it's all developed. Of course, that was 30 years ago. Let me think. Yeah, it was 30 years ago. Amazing. Some of you young people, if you can just hold on somehow to what you like doing and not get shifted off of it, time really builds assets. Anyway, let's see where the stock is. It's 153. It's pretty clear nothing's going to happen today in terms of news. I suppose it's always possible. Anything can happen at any time, but I think realistically, nothing's happening today. And I can't explain that. Um, I think partly it's a difference in approach in Canada and in the States in terms of trying to make things happen. It's more, you know, let's not ruffle feathers, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I think it's also the goal of the company is not the stock price per se, day by day. The goal of the company is build up the path to revenue that everyone can see. I continue to believe that U.S. buying, particularly our buying, doesn't move the needle. Why do I say that? I think, although I noticed 2 days ago it wasn't true, I was hopeful it had changed. Um, but what I think happens, Richmond, Virginia, 82 miles on 301. Well, sure is scenic. It's actually lovely. The leaves are turning. Um, I think when we buy the automatic computers that the shorts have set up, sell us stock that doesn't exist, of course, but they do it underneath the ask. So I really don't think we're the ones moving the stock. Maybe we have some impact on keeping it from going down. I don't know. I think Railtown's entirely a Canadian stock story. And I mean, we can go through the negatives. What are the negatives? Uh, where is the buying? It's been a week. Where's the buying? That's one negative. Another negative is this all just a big, a big snow job? Another negative is other stocks are moving. This one's not moving. Although, frankly, I don't see any other stocks moving. I see the picking off. Hi, Thunderbird. Thunderbird Apartments. Maybe I'll move out here. Looks more like a motel. Maybe I'll make my address Thunderbird. There's a lot of motels here. I guess this used to be the main highway. Anyway, I guess those are the negatives. You could say, been in it so long, nothing's happening. Uh, Energy vaults up to 4, which it is, or what's the other one? Wolf, WULF, Terrawolf, is up to 16. But I think it's too late to go over to those stories. And if you're in them, I think it's a good opportunity to sell them and buy Railtown. I'm not being particularly negative on any one stock, but Railtown is a screaming buy. And the news was announced last week. Not complete. That's the problem. It wasn't complete news. But it lifted the gag order so we can talk about the acquisition. And this lull is a tremendous buying time. Tremendous. So, what the other negative is, where is the buying? I don't know. I I think without being Pollyannish, I think there's 2 or 3 or 4 categories of buying that we can assume aren't there yet. And you're going to say, well, why not? The price is so cheap. Why don't they just do it? It's not how institutions think. It really isn't. So now it says I'm live. Oh, good. There's some more. Yeah, Giuseppe. I went live and I spoke for 4 hours roughly. I was showing pictures. I was giving you media updates. I had some charts to show you. Gave you quotes. I didn't sing because Dennis Alex says I have a shitty voice. Sorry for my language. Um, but I didn't understand why there weren't more comments. There were some, and then about 4:15, 4:20, I looked up, and I wasn't live the whole time. It said if you want to go live, hit this button, which I thought I had hit. I don't know. It's the strangest thing. There's a place to buy pumpkins. 289 gasoline. Thunderbird Motel, another Thunderbird. I guess somebody got rich owning a chain of Thunderbird motels. It's an amazing country we have. Be right outside the capital. They're building a motel there. I guess there's a lot of traffic here, but there's a lot of farmland and a lot of houses being built, 300,000 to 600,000. Anyway, I'm behind a truck that going 52 miles per hour. A part of me feels like I should just stay where I am and not risk a ticket and not risk overtaking him while I'm live. Now we're going 47. A school bus is passing me. Swell. Well, I'll just, I think I'm going to ease out, see if I get in front of him. Get away from his diesel exhaust. Ah, there we go. Now the highway is wide open. Um, so let me give you the 3 or 4 sources of buying that may not have stepped in yet. And I know I might be being optimistic. Instead, I should be skeptical. But the most obvious one to me, Glory Days. That's a store and a restaurant. Um, I can turn right and there's religious freedom. Maybe I'll do that. I can trade it all in for religious freedom. There's a RV for sale, an old barn. Anyway, one of the most obvious buyers that may not be in yet. Does this have a toll? I guess it does. Easy pass, no cash. Darn it. Oh, I know exactly where we are. My dog used to come out here. This is Indian Point uh, Power Station. Yeah, that's where we are. Used to take my dog to video by mail or Easy Pass. Yeah, it's a nuclear reactor. Kind of scary. Kind of scary. A little scary. It's big. Now, uh, one of the most obvious potential sources of buying that might be on hold is anybody that was waiting for the AIP acquisition to be completed, because it really hasn't been yet. Um, so that might be some of the buying. Wow, it's gorgeous. The Potomac River is big, beautiful, and brown. Imagine if you were the original. Anyway, that's one. Maybe the people who were waiting for AIP to be purchased have decided to keep waiting until it is purchased. So that's discouraging. How many of the potential investors does that include? I don't know. I do think, from what I hear, I haven't heard anything from the company. Haven't heard anything even remotely uh, definitive, but the indications I get is that vote is essentially a fait accompli, and it will be uh, confirmed shortly. We'll find out. So anyway, that's one part of buying. The other buying that might be on hold is just because people are wealthy, just because they're whales, just because they've given an indication, Virginia,